Hey, this is the last video I'm doing for the Real Evolution, so I've had a real fun time doing these, and thanks for letting me do them. Thanks for inviting me, Carla. Yeah, I want to start my video by saying that, like everybody on the channel, I feel jealous of a lot of people. I feel jealous or envious of people who I see making really cool artwork. Often I come across things and I think, I wish I had that idea first. I feel a bit jealous of people who, I'm at an age where I think a lot of my friends are sort of settling down into serious relationships and thinking about getting a house together or getting married, which is something that I'm not really going to have because of my partner's illness. So sometimes, I feel a bit envious about that. But I think, like Carla said, jealousy maybe isn't the right word. So I want to take a slightly different approach to the topic, which is an idea that I came across in The Beauty Myth by Naomi Wolf. I really love books, so I could just talk about books all day, and I should have just done a book each week for my video, really. The idea that Naomi Wolf sort of put forward is that jealousy and envy are created by things like the beauty industry and the diet industry to effectively divide women, divide and conquer sort of tactic. So I read The Beauty Myth for the first time a couple of years ago, and I wasn't expecting it to have as much of an effect on my life as it did. I was sort of expecting, I guess, to kind of read things I already knew, but it really brought home to me how systematic and how widespread a lot of institutionalized sexism is, not just towards women but also towards men, and particularly in relation to things like the diet industry, the fashion industry, the beauty industry. And she talks a lot about things like how older women are taught to be envious of younger women for their what's perceived as their beauty, and the standards that are held up for women are unattainable. No woman can not age, no woman can stay the same weight forever, and every time you think you've got it sorted, there'll be some new standard that you have to live up to. So as a feminist and as someone who believes in fat acceptance, and health at every size and body positivity, after reading this, I really did notice how a lot of women are very quick to attack other women, under the guise of jealousy or envious kind of feelings. Oh, she's such a skinny bitch, or like, look at what she's wearing kind of behaviour. And it became really important to me to cut that kind of language and thought patterns out from my day-to-day life. And I'm not a saint. I'm not saying that I never bitch about other women, and that I think that no one should ever feel envious, because that happens, and there are plenty of legitimate reasons, like Jen was talking about, the financial side of her clothing label and that sort of thing. I mean, you're going to feel envious, but it's just become so important to me, and I do call people out on this occasionally, not to compare myself to other people at where I am in my life, or what I'm wearing, or my weight, or the work I'm doing. I try to be satisfied with what I'm doing, because I should be doing it for me, not so that I can be better than someone else. And another great book to check out, or documentary if you're more inclined that way, is Status Anxiety by Alain de Botton, where he talks about, the anxiety of trying to live up to what other people are doing or what people expect you to be doing, and how with things like Facebook now, you can look up people you went to high school with and see they've got such a successful job, or they're in a really long-term relationship, or whatever. And I don't think it's healthy to be holding yourself up to these standards that aren't necessarily relevant to where you are in your life. And another important one for me as a woman is jealousy within relationships. I used to be very jealous of, my partner, or my ex-partner, talking to other women or spending time with other women. And I'm not really sure why that changed. Maybe it's just because I got a bit older and a bit more comfortable with myself, but it is something that I try to be conscious of as well. Like, I talk to a lot of other guys and my partner doesn't mind, so it's not really fair of me to get mad at him for talking to other women. And interestingly enough, now I'm in a situation where I added a friend on Facebook, and now they're kind of saying that their partner is maybe a bit uncomfortable with that. So, and a lot of people are very quick to be like, oh, crazy bitch doesn't like her boyfriend talking to someone else. But I think it's important to know that society has told women that that's how you should be. You go and read Cosmo, it's, 6 ways to tell if he's cheating on you. And it's idiotic. Well, there was no conclusion to that video. I just wanted to talk about my feelings on the subject of jealousy in society as a woman. I'm not going to claim to talk for all women, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. And I hope you have enjoyed my videos, and you can follow me on Tumblr if you would like. So I hope that you are all making audition videos. I'm really excited to see who is on The Real Revolution next, and I will see you around, unless you see me first.